There's a $130,000 gap in the Sacramento market right now, and the sellers who don't understand it are the ones sitting on the market for months and taking less money than they should have. I'm going to show you exactly where that gap is, the one mistake that's costing sellers thousands. Stick with me to the end and I'll break it down. Let's get into July numbers. Starting with new construction. According to the North State BIA, there were 331 new homes sold across the 8-county region in July. That's down 7% from last month. Traffic continues to be slow throughout the region, and that's actually good news if you're a buyer, because slow traffic has brought incentives back. Builders are putting real money on inventory homes. Rate buydowns, closing costs, upgrade packages. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, this is the most negotiating leverage buyers have had in new construction in a long time. Now let's get into the resale market. Based on data from Trendgraphix, the average price for a sold home in July across the 4-county region increased by 2% to $698,000. But the average active price, meaning the homes that are available for sale, what sellers are actually asking, went the other direction. It dropped 3% to $828,000. Here's the year-over-year sold price is essentially flat, down 0.1% from July of last year, and the active price is up 2%. Now sit with that for a second. Sellers are listing higher than they were a year ago. Buyers are paying the same as a year ago. That's seller optimism running into market reality. And the gap is the whole story of this month, and I'll come back to it. Average price per square foot across the region was up 0.3% from last month and up 1.2% from the same time last year. Slow, steady, boring appreciation, which after the last few years is exactly what a healthy market is supposed to look like. There were 1,785 homes sold in July. That's down 8.7% from June, but up 0.3% from this time last year. Pending sales also dropped 4.9% month over month. But here's the real number I'd point to. Pendings are up 7.2% from this time last year. Buyers are still transacting. The summer pace slowed. The demand didn't disappear. Now, days on market increased for the first time in 4 months, up to 40 days. Now that's up 6 days from where it was. That's your normal summer slowdown showing up right as scheduled. And that number matters just as much. The sold price to the original price held steady at 98%. That's the market telling you something very specific, and I'll tie that in just a minute. Inventory ticked up to 2.5 months from 2.3 months last month. For context, a balanced market is generally considered to be 5 to 6 months. At 2.5 months, we still have a meaningfully less supply than demand. That's a healthy level. It's not a flood. Mortgage rates, they drifted up through July, finishing around 6.69%. No drama, and I'd stop waiting for drama. More on that in a second. Now, let me talk about the payoff that I opened with. The average asking price in the region is $828,000. The average selling price in the region is $698,000. That's a $130,000 gap between what sellers think their home is worth and what buyers are actually paying. Now, here's the mistake. Sellers are pricing to that top number instead of the real one. Look at the last two stats side by side. Homes are selling at 98% of the original list price, and the days on market just went up. Do you know what that combination means? It means that homes that are priced correctly are selling fast and for full price, or close to it, 98%. And the ones that didn't are the ones dragging the average out to 40 days, sitting for months, and eventually taking a price cut anyways. You don't get a second chance in your first 2 weeks on the market. Miss the number even by a little bit, and just a little. And you don't just wait longer. You end up selling for less than you'd price it at if you priced it right in the beginning, and that's the mistake. That's what's costing sellers thousands right now. This is not a market that rewards testing a price. It's a market that rewards being right the first time. So what does this mean for you? If you're a buyer waiting for the perfect moment, it continues to be whenever you're ready, willing, and able. Prices are holding steady with slow, steady appreciation. Rates aren't moving much for the foreseeable future, and there's no bell that's going to ring. And for a seller, the smart money right now is selling the home that no longer fits your lifestyle, moving into the one that does, priced correctly on day one, and continuing to capture the appreciation happening here in the Sacramento market. Our job here is to help you move up in life. Let Next get you from where you are to where you want to be. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a market update. I'm Christopher Brown with Next Real Estate Group and Next New Homes Group. We will see you next month.